After being baptized, Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness, where he fasted 40 days and 40 nights. And then the devil showed up. He tried to use three major ways to tempt Jesus. The first one is this: the temptation of the flesh, which is a desire for immediate satisfaction. The devil said, "If thou be the Son of God, command these stones be made bread." Matthew 4:3. And Jesus responded, "It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God." Now, let's use a real life situation. Now, let's say you're struggling and an opportunity for some quick and easy money appears, but it involves dishonesty and compromise. So like Jesus, will you be able to resist satisfying your temporary needs in ways that go against God's will, or will you trust God to provide what you need in His time? Now, the second thing the devil tried to use to tempt Jesus was the temptation of pride, testing God for validation. The devil took him to the highest point of the temple, saying, "If thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give His angels charge concerning thee." Matthew 4:6. But Jesus responded, "It is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God." Matthew 4:7. And a real life application of this would be, let's say somebody tempts you or dares you to do something reckless to prove your faith, like making a major life decision without seeking wisdom first. See, faith is not about testing God's protection, but it's about trusting in Him while exercising wisdom. We got to avoid seeking validation through dangerous or prideful actions. Now let's read Proverbs 3:5-6. "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not to our own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct thy path." Now, the next thing the devil tried to use was the temptation of power, compromising for success. The devil showed Jesus all the kingdoms of the world, saying, "All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me." Matthew 4:9. Jesus responded, "Get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and Him only shalt thou serve." Matthew 4:10. Now, let's say you was offered a high-paying position, but it required some unethical behavior. It required you to be dishonest and compromise your beliefs. This example of Jesus shows us how to refuse to trade in our integrity for worldly success, because true promotion comes from God, and no earthly gain is worth losing your soul. And trust me, each of these temptations still exists today. But Jesus showed us how to overcome them with scripture, faith, and true obedience to God and God alone.